Zoom delay messing up my physical jokes on this audio podcast.
Please like this. Please like this. Please like this.
Hi, welcome to Please Like This. I'm Mark.
I'm Valentina.
And today we'll be discussing Death Becomes Her, a story about vanity, immortality, and Madeline Ashton.
I had no idea what you were going to say. So.
Was that good?
That was good. That was good. I liked it.
To give that a little context, Death Becomes Her is a 1992
comedy?
Comedy?
It's a comedy.
Horror comedy.
Is it a horror movie?
I mean,
I feel like it's just like a fantasy comedy.
Yeah, fantasy comedy with body horror.
Yeah.
From 1992. It's directed by Robert Zemeckis. It stars Goldie Hawn, Meryl Streep, and Bruce Willis, which insane cast.
Oh, but hold on. If you're going to talk about the cast, what the billing order is very 1992, where it's Goldie Hawn, Bruce Willis, and then Meryl Streep.
Yeah, that makes sense. For 1992.
Yeah, for 1992. Now it'd be like, Meryl would be all like across the top.
Yeah.
Like and her name stretched out across the top, and then Goldie.
No, I think it'd be Bruce.
Really? You think it'd be Bruce and then Gold?
Yeah, I think they'd put Bruce Willis second.
Maybe.
I'm not happy about it.
He is enough of a diva to, like, demand that.
Yeah.
True.
And I don't think Goldie Hawn would demand it.
Yes. Also, if this movie were made in 2020, Goldie Hawn does not act anymore, so...
Yeah.
she is retired.
No, this would be her daughter.
Kate Hudson?
Yeah, this would be Kate Hudson.
Oh, wow. To see Kate Hudson in this movie.
She could do it. She could do it.
I think she could do Madeline Ashton.
I agree.
I
agree. She could do Helen Sharp.
She couldn't do Helen Sharp.
She could not do Helen Sharp.
No, but she could do Madeline Ashton.
I would like to see a remake of this movie where Goldie Hawn is the same role. And
or she could do Isabella Rossellini's role.
No.
No?
It's still Isabella Rossellini.
True. Yeah, because she has not aged since 1992 because she took the potion.
Because she took the potion. But yeah, so this is a movie. Yeah. It won an Academy Award for Best Visual Effects because there's a lot of body horror.
Because there's a lot of visual effects.
And it's genuinely impressive.
Oh yeah.
Like even on this watch, I was still like these effects hold up from 1992. Mm-hmm. But so this basically is a movie about two childhood friends, more like frenemies, and Meryl Streep's character has stolen every man that Goldie Hawn has ever gotten, and then Goldie Hawn's boyfriend, fiance Bruce Willis, gets stolen by famous actress Madeline Ashton, otherwise known as Meryl Streep. And then 7 years later, Goldie Hawn is depressed and addicted to watching a video of Meryl Streep getting choked to death.
Yeah.
And then she gets arrested and then put in a psych ward, and then she decides to eliminate Madeline Ashton. And it's one of those amazing moments where someone says, you need to eliminate this obsession with Madeline. And then a Goldie Hawn says, you're right. I need to eliminate Madeline Ashton. Like, what are the... Never in anyone's human life has anyone ever been like, gotten a realization from one of those weird words.
I mean, you never know. I feel like that's probably happened at some point in my life, but just not about killing someone.
Oh, okay.
Maybe like, oh, you know what? Maybe I should have pizza tonight instead of like Oh, you know what? Maybe I should kill my enemy.
Yeah, someone says, I had pizza, and you say, pizza? I have to eliminate pizza. Another 7 years later.
Yeah.
Madeline Ashton and her husband Bruce Willis are in a loveless marriage. Madeline Ashton is obsessed with trying to remain young and beautiful. And she basically still is, because she's Meryl Streep.
Yeah. Just not as young and beautiful as 12 years prior.
Yeah. And so she gets an invite to Helen Sharp's book launch party, and when she comes, she is prepared to gloat over Helen Sharp like she has her whole life, and then Helen Sharp is a stunning redhead who looks vibrant and young, and
in this gorgeous dress.
The costuming in this movie is impressive.
Yes.
Yeah, this is a long plot.
Yeah, it is a plot-heavy movie.
Yeah.
But
it
doesn't feel that plot-heavy. Yeah, it moves very quickly.
It's constantly moving.
Mm-hmm.
This movie takes place over, 6 decades.
I feel like this is a movie that we need to summarize.
Yeah, you have to summarize this plot. If you've not seen this movie, it is so insane that it is one of the craziest movies. Every single scene, line of dialogue, and set piece is a huge swing.
Mm-hmm.
Where did I leave off the plot?
Goldie Hawn is now young and beautiful at her book party.
Now young and hot, and then Madeline Ashton has the worst day of her life, where her young lover calls her old. She's driving, starts bawling, looks in her rearview mirror, sees her face, screams, and stops in the middle of the road. And
after it's started pouring down raining in Beverly Hills.
And then she remembers a spa trip she took earlier for one of her insane treatments to look young.
Yeah.
And she goes and follows this address to a mansion where Isabella Rossellini, I know this character has a name, but it's Isabella Rossellini.
Yeah, I don't remember the character's name.
And she is, of course, wearing a giant necklace and a sarong, and that's it.
Well, when you get to the next plot point, it makes sense.
Oh, yeah. And it turns out that she drank a potion when she was young to be forever young and beautiful, and offers Madeline Ashton the same potion. She immediately drinks it and becomes young and beautiful again. It's maybe the most beautiful Meryl Streep has ever looked on camera. She literally is glowing. And so Madeline Ashton...
I agree with you, sorry.
Yeah. Madeline Ashton goes home to her husband, Bruce Willis. Also, all of these actors are playing against type. And Bruce Willis is her husband, who was like a big doctor when he was with Helen Sharp, when he was with Goldie Hawn.
Plastic surgeon.
Big plastic surgeon. And then after 7 years of marriage to Madeline Ashton, he is an alcoholic who is no longer allowed to work because his hands shake. So he is the most talented corpse MUA in the world.
He is Jamie Lee Curtis in My Girl.
I haven't seen that. Put it on the list.
We're adding My Girl to the list.
So if you don't get that, he is a really good corpse makeup person.
Yeah, he does makeup for for famous people's corpses.
When they die, he makes them look beautiful for the funerals.
Yeah.
And
I don't know what the word is.
So Helen Sharp has come back into their lives and invited them to her book party to seduce back Bruce Willis and get back at Madeline Ashton for all those years of stealing her men.
To eliminate her.
To eliminate Madeline Ashton. And Goldie Hawn has an insane plan where they're going to knock out Meryl Streep with some kind of...
They're gonna, like, poison her. And then like...
cover her in alcohol and a car and, like, 12 bottles of alcohol.
That are just labeled vodka.
Just vodka.
No brand.
No brand.
She's, like, the richest person in Beverly Hills, but they just say vodka.
Yeah, they got generic brand vodka.
Yeah.
And...
Well, when you drink that much, it's all go in the same place.
Yep. And they're gonna push her car over the hill.
To make it look like she killed herself accidentally.
Yeah. And so Helen Sharp and Bruce Willis had this plan. Madeline Ashton returns, and her and Bruce Willis get in one of the best verbal arguments on screen.
Wait, on the phone or when she's there?
When she's there. When Madeline Ashton and Bruce Willis are arguing.
Oh, yes.
When she says flaccid.
Yeah.
When she is. And in the course of the argument, Bruce Willis pushes Madeline Ashton down the stairs.
Sort of by accident, but then for real.
Sort of by accident. Yeah, it's one of those...
accident.
Yeah, it's one of those things where she's just, floating backwards on the top step. And,
like, on her heels.
Yeah, for a solid minute, she's like, I'm falling!
Like, flailing her arms.
You can help me! You can help me!
And then once she says, like, help me, you imbecile, or whatever insult she throws at him, he just, like, boop, like, pokes her, and she falls.
He pokes her. Falls completely down the stairs, breaks her entire body. Bruce Willis freaks out, calls Helen Sharp, and is like, I killed her! Oh god, but it's good, right? We were going to! And she's like, well, no, it's not, because we had a plan.
There was a plan.
There's a plan.
What part of the plan were you unclear on?
Yes. After murdering her enemy that she's planning on murdering, and he calls her freaking out screaming, the first thing Helen Sharp says to Bruce Willis is, what part of the plan were you unclear on?
Ernest. And she, like, says it so, like,
it's just
Ernest? I don't know. I can't do it.
It's just astonishing.
Oh my god. Okay, but truly, we do have to admire how she was able to keep calm in that situation. Mm-hmm. Because in every crisis, you need someone who can, like, stay composed and remember that the police are going to check your phone records. So if it looks like you're calling your girlfriend... You're
really advocating for hiding murder right now. Yes, she keeps calm, but ultimately it doesn't matter... because Madeline Ashton isn't dead.
Mm-hmm.
The potion she took made her immortal, but her body does not make its own upkeep. She can't really heal herself, so she...
Well, she kind of can.
The rules are unclear.
Yeah.
But, essentially, she walks up behind Bruce Willis while he's making this phone call. She says, Ernest... And then he screams because she thought he's dead. And then it turns out that her head is on backwards.
Mm-hmm. She's walking backwards.
She is walking backwards, but her head is forward. And she looks down and she sees her ass. And she says, my ass.
I can see my ass.
Helen Sharp was already on the way over. She arrives.
Wait, but that's after, like... Meryl Streep and Bruce Willis go to the hospital.
Oh, yeah.
To see, like, what is wrong. And the doctor that is taking care of her is trying to see what's wrong. Like, oh, your neck, like, the bones are protruding from your body.
Yeah. Maybe you have a dislocated neck?
Yeah, something like that. This is one of the funniest gags in the whole movie. Bruce Willis goes running up and down the hospital, like, hallways, and, like, screaming for a doctor, and he says, like, where are all the doctors? And it turns out they're all in this one room, in the emergency room, and the patient is the doctor that was seeing Meryl Streep, who has just had a heart attack and is dead.
The doctor saw Meryl Streep's condition, said, I'm going to have to get a second opinion, left the room, had a heart attack, and died.
And that was Bruce Willis's cue to be like, oh, something's not right here.
Yeah, that was his cue. And then Bruce Willis runs back to the room. So there's some, like, other doctor in there. Like, we took her to the morgue. And it's like, I hate to tell you this, but we took her to the morgue. And he says, the morgue? She's gonna be furious!
And the doctor's like, what the hell is going on with this guy?
He leaves. He gets her out of the morgue after seeing some floating nuns. And some nuns just floating down the hallway crying. I don't know. But he takes Madeline Ashton. They go back to their house, and Bruce Willis puts her back together.
Yeah, using his skills as, like, a makeup artist for dead people.
Yeah, we really don't know the term, and we're not going to look it up. So make an MUA for dead people.
It's so funny. He's got this, like, Kiss the Chef apron on.
Oh, my God. And so Helen Sharp shows up, and it's like, what's happening? Where's the body? We have to bury her. We have to do something. And Bruce is, like, kind of trying to explain it.
He's like, she's fine. She's upstairs resting.
And Helen's like, she's dead. She and then begins insulting Madeline Ashton, says that she's a horrible person, a monster, worthless, and then the most terrible thing she says, and also she's a bad actress. And Madeline Ashton claws a column in half.
I wrote that line down because I was like, oh my God, Goldie Hawn is
Goldie Hawn
gem.
Mm-hmm.
Only she could pull off that line.
Yes. And Madeline Ashton then shoots Helen Sharp in the stomach with, like, a rifle. And then Helen Sharp flies yards away into a pool, and
it's like
blood,
a koi pond or something.
Yeah, koi pond. Blood fills the pond. You brought this on yourself. Shoots her.
Yeah.
And then Bruce Willis is like, she's dead. She's dead. You killed her. And then Madeline Ashton says, these are the moments that make life worth living.
And then Madeline Ashton is so, like, again, cool, composed, calm, collected, whatever. And it takes the moment in crisis and to say, like, you know what, like, Bruce Willis, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take her plan and do the same thing. We're gonna bury her in the valley. She left us with all the equipment.
Except, twist alert, Helen Sharp had also taken the immortality potion, and she rises out of the pool. Her eyes are now colorless.
Oh my God, her eyes were so creepy.
It's terrifying, and it adds
It's like that
to
one TikTok of, like, the girl that's, like, with color contacts.
I don't know.
Oh God, you haven't seen that? Never mind.
We have to put that on the list.
Oh God,
we have to put that one TikTok on the list.
TikTok of, like, someone talking to other. It's like a girl, and then she's talking to herself, like, with color contacts, and it's like people with color contacts are always like wide-eyed, like, have you seen my color contacts? And, like, the creepiest eyes.
And she has a giant hole in her stomach, and she also took the immortality potion, and Madeline Ashton and Helen Sharp begin just beating the hell out of each other with shovels.
Because they're like, well, we both take the potion. We can do whatever the fuck we want to each other.
Yeah, they feel no pain. They're just knocking each other's heads off. And they have a moment where they come together and realize, oh, we were both just always jealous of each other. And they get Bruce Willis to put them back together. And then Bruce Willis is like, I am leaving.
Mm-hmm.
But then after he puts them back together and does an amazing job at it, the women realize that their bodies will keep falling apart. The paint that he used on them will peel. And so they knock him out and take him to Isabella Rossellini's giant party with dead celebrities who have taken her potion, who died young.
With, like, Marilyn Monroe, Elvis, James Dean is smoking outside, like...
Jim Morrison.
Yeah.
Bruce Willis is offered the potion, and Isabella Rossellini tests it on his hand, so he has a forever young hand, and Bruce Willis denies the offer because he realizes that immortality would be terrible, and also he would be spending immortality with Madeline Ashton and Helen Sharp.
The two women he, like, hates the most now.
Yeah. And so he runs, leaves, escapes the party. In the course of his escape, Madeline Ashton and Helen Sharp, he gets caught on like a spire on the roof and is hanging by his suspenders. And Madeline Ashton and Helen Sharp, for a moment, do genuinely try and save him, and then are like, you have to take the potion. Drink the potion so you can help us.
Yeah.
He falls, but he survives the fall, escapes, and then cut to 37 years later. We are at Bruce Willis's funeral.
Mm-hmm.
The priest is giving his eulogy and is saying he found the true meaning of immortality, the legacy of his kids, and what he put out into the world. And then two figures in the back of the church are cackling. And Madeline Ashton and Helen Sharp are still together 37 years later, actually immortal and still mean.
They're just, like, still so, like, vindictive and, like, catty. Like, I hate to call women catty, but, like, that's what they are.
That's what this movie is.
Yeah.
No one in this movie is a good person on screen.
Yeah.
They hobble out. One's legs are definitely on backwards. They start arguing. Helen Sharp, in the course of the argument, Helen Sharp starts kind of falling downstairs and says, "Help me." Madeline Ashton looks like, probably not. And then Helen Sharp grabs her. They both fall down the stairs. At the foot of the stairs, their bodies pop off and fall apart.
Uh-huh.
Their disembodied heads are loose in front of a church.
They're just like Mr. Potato Heads, like loose.
You took you threw a Barbie body on the ground and they exploded. And their heads are next to each other. And the final line of the movie is Helen Sharp saying, "Do you remember where you parked the car?"
They're just... I have no words.
It is the definition of camp.
Yes.
This movie is camp.
Yes. It is, like we said, a very plot-heavy movie.
Yeah.
A lot happens.
Yes.
And everything is very important. And everything is very funny.
And it is delightful.
Yes.
It is so funny. It is incredibly acted.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, all of the main characters are playing against type in a lot of ways. Like, Bruce Willis is kind of like a henpecked, like, weak guy.
And this is, like, he's very much big action star at this point.
And he does a great job.
Mm-hmm.
He's
really, doing the types of roles that he did before Die Hard.
Yeah. If he in this movie, he holds up to Goldie Hawn and Meryl Streep at maybe the peak of their acting powers. And I don't know, I feel like Goldie Hawn pretty much always played like the most confident women, and in this movie, at least for this first half, she's this like No,
early on in Goldie Hawn's career, like for maybe the first 20 years of her career, starting from Rowan, like Martin and Rowan's Laugh-In, or Rowan and whatever is Laugh-In, she was like the ditz.
Yeah, but that's not this character.
Yeah, so like she was that person for so long, and then she transitioned into like this First Wives Club, well, she was in
Wildcats.
No,
that's not the name of the movie.
I don't know what you're talking about, but no, the movie that
that's a movie where she plays like a football coach.
Oh yes, I do know what you're talking about. I haven't seen it, but no, the movie that Nancy Meyers and her husband wrote about, where she goes to the army. She like trains in the army and stuff.
Oh, G.I. Jane?
No.
I don't know.
That's not it. G.I. Jane
I know. That's Mandy Moore.
Demi Moore.
Oh,
goodness.
I'm killing it right
on.
now.
Private Benjamin is the movie that I was talking
Private
about.
Benjamin. Everybody in this movie plays at least, if not against type, at least unexpected, and plays it at literally at 300%.
Yeah. It is. It's what you said. It's camp.
It's camp. There's not a moment of subtlety.
No.
In this movie, and it's for the best.
Yeah.
So the way I found this movie was...
oh, yes, because we should say, this is your pick.
Yeah, I picked this movie. And...
What was that movement?
I just pushed back imaginary hair for...
Okay, I didn't quite understand.
Yeah.
It happened too quick.
Oh, sorry. Zoom delay. I watched this movie for the first time in freshman year of college, which is when I really started to delve into, like, queer canon with, like, film and TV shows. And I found this movie because I started watching Drag Race, like RuPaul's Drag Race freshman year. And the winner of season 5, Jinx Monsoon, did this video for a YouTube channel called, like, BFI something.
BFI, like the British Film Institute?
Yeah, I guess, probably.
Wait, for real?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And
I was joking.
Yeah, and it's... No, I mean, maybe. It makes sense. And it's called... It was a series called Under the Influence, and they only did 2 episodes. And it's... Both times they got, like, a queen to talk about... their influences in, like, a certain genre. And, like, one talked about her influences in horror, and Jinx Monsoon talked about her influences in camp.
Okay.
And one of the movies she talked about was this movie. And in the clips I saw, and in her description of it, I was like, I must see this movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it had, like, just gotten on Netflix or something, so I watched it. And I was just, like, I was floored.
Were you, like, blown away like Goldie Hawn after she gets shot in the stomach?
Yes. The entire movie
because
was
that's
a
how
slow-mo. Yeah. The entire movie was a slow-mo of me getting launched across the room and landing in a pond and then waking up with a hole in my chest because I'll never be the same.
Hey, the metaphor worked, I just gotta say.
Yeah, the metaphor worked. Yeah. And so this just became a movie that it is one of the most quotable things I've ever watched. Mm-hmm. There's nothing else like it. Mm-hmm. It is so funny. It is such a... It's lightning in a bottle. It's lightning in a bottle. Like, nothing...
It's lightning in the potion bottle.
It's lightning in the potion bottle that turns you into a zombie?
I'm still a little unclear, but oh well, it's fine.
Yeah. So that's my experience with this movie. Valentina, you'd never seen this movie before. What did you know about it going in? What did you think of it when you watched it?
Okay, well, obviously, I loved it. I think, like, from our already, how long have we been talking about this movie?
I don't
already?
know, Jesus Christ.
Like, it's more than half an hour.
Yeah. Conversation.
Like, I absolutely loved it. I will start with that. It's amazing. It's like, sometimes I tag things on Letterboxd to, like, this was an excellent movie. I'm so disappointed in myself that I'd never seen it before. Mm-hmm. And this is one of those movies. I had not known too much about it. I knew that it existed. I knew that it was, like, a camp comedy. I think, like, most of what I had known about this movie was from the poster.
Which is one of the greatest in film history?
Yeah, it's excellent. It's so memorable. Like, I mean, I saw the poster years ago and still remember it. It's, Goldie Hawn with the hole in her stomach.
Yes.
And Meryl Streep's head is, like, it's turned, right?
It's completely backwards. The neck is broken and her face is, like, sexy and like, oh no. Also, Bruce Willis is holding a candelabra through
Goldie Hawn's
through Goldie Hawn.
I've always heard it in conversation of just this is a very good comedy and stuff, and maybe cult classic.
Yeah, it's a cult classic for
conversation that I had heard around it. So yeah, and then I had remembered the poster. And when I got HBO Max, I started seeing it, and I was like, okay, putting that on my list. And then when we started making the list for this podcast, you were like, I want to have Death Becomes Her on my list. And I was like, okay, I was going to see it, but I will now wait to see it for this podcast. So I've been waiting a couple months now to see it so that we could discuss it. And I'm so glad. It's excellent.
It is.
Truly.
Yeah. It is. It's incredibly quotable. Mm-hmm. It is so funny.
It's just fun.
It's fun.
Yes. And I just rewatched First Wives Club a couple weeks ago.
Of course.
And so
why not?
Yeah, because it's amazing. And then we rewatched Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again a couple months ago.
Of course, the two greatest films from Meryl Streep and Goldie Hawn. Goldie Hawn's greatest, First Wives Club, of course, and then Meryl Streep's, of course, is Mamma Mia 2, Here We Go Again, which doesn't have a 2 in the title, but it does when I say it.
Yes. When I saw this, I saw a lot of, what would later become Miranda Priestley.
Yeah.
When Meryl Streep is flailing on the top of at the top of the stairs, and Bruce Willis is going to save her, and then she's like, save me or pull me or whatever. Yeah. That was Miranda Priestley. She goes to the spa and she's just busting through the doorways and stuff. That's Miranda Priestley. Just a lot of that. And so I was just very happy to see this.
The seeds of the acting is just...
And then to see, the Goldie Hawn transformation in the movie?
Yeah. Goldie Hawn is a movie star.
Yes.
She is
this movie
star.
Is 3 of the biggest movie stars of all time. And Isabella Rossellini, who's also she was a big star.
Who is an incredible actress.
She was a big star in the 90s.
Okay.
She was a movie star in the 90s. Not on the same level as the big 3, but she was big. And also I
was 3
Hollywood
at the end
legend.
of the 90s, so I hadn't.
Yeah, same. But also Isabella Rossellini is nepotism from her parents. So
who are her parents?
Oh, her parents are, her dad was the director, no, it's not Benito. Benito is Benito Mussolini.
Her dad is Benito Mussolini, and her mom is, of course, Zsa Zsa Gabor. And that's how we have Isabella Rossellini.
God. It's Roberto Rossellini.
Uh-huh.
The big director, and then Ingrid Bergman.
Oh, Ingrid Bergman.
Yes, from Casablanca.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Those are her parents. Benito Mussolini.
And she's incredible.
Yes. Taking notes while watching the movie, my last thing that I wrote down was, no notes! ! Goldie Hawn and Meryl Streep, 5 ever.
Very important to say that.
Yes.
Something I think about this movie is that when straight people talk about football, they... Oh. We're going on a ride.
Not the ride I thought we were going on.
When straight people talk about football, I feel like it's it's like a key to a conversation with any other straight man who likes football, which is most... It is what it is.
Yeah, I have a friend who learned to get into football so that he could talk to other straight men.
Yeah, it's just
legitimately.
If you are into football, you at any grocery store in the United States can just say something about a most recent game, and they will probably know it. And if they don't know it, they at least know what you're referencing. And it's just an easy way to have like a normal conversation that shows we have this connection.
It's like a quick icebreaker.
Yeah, it's the quickest icebreaker because it's like we both really love this thing, move on.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what I think is interesting is that queer people have used movies and TV and icons to kind of do a similar thing.
Yeah.
Like the quotability of this movie, if you're at a gay bar and someone walks in with like an amazing outfit and you say like, we're leaving, someone will hopefully get the reference of this random quote from Death Becomes Her and laugh, and it's a quick icebreaker. Like referencing Madeline Ashton as a specific character name.
Yeah.
Or
Madeline Ashton is such a great name, though.
It's one of the most perfect character names.
That's like when I think of like Joan Crawford, you know how she got her name because so Joan Crawford was entirely like a studio created star, right?
Yeah.
So she was like, her name is actually not Joan Crawford, like her birth name. So like the studio put like a poll in the newspaper. Mm-hmm. Here are multiple options of like potential movie star names, like which do you, the public, think is the best? And like Joan Crawford won, and like that's how she got her name. And I feel like Madeline Ashton would be like such a great other option. Yeah,
it would have come like third.
Mm-hmm.
I think that this movie is, and something like, and even like shows like Drag Race are a good cultural icebreaker
mm-hmm.
in the queer community that lets you know that, hey, we're both this.
Yeah. Like, you're okay with me.
Yeah. We can get along. This movie, I think, is like a prime example of like a cultural icebreaker mm-hmm. that is very at least representative of a humor or sensibility of a specific group.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely like one of those touchstones in like camp.
Yeah. I'm still kind of mad that no one for the Camp Met Gala came as Goldie Hawn in this movie.
That would have been so great. But also you do have to remember that most of the people that went to that Met Gala were straight.
Yeah, I know. Imagine if Brandy and Monica were invited to the Camp Met Gala and came as Madeline Ashton and Helen Sharp. How amazing would it be to see Brandy with a candelabra coming through her stomach in like a fabulous red dress and like white eyes and
oh my god, it would really be that color contact TikTok.
Yeah, it would be the color contact.
Oh my gosh. Okay. That does bring me to the opening number where she's in this like god-awful musical that people are like leaving, like getting up in the middle of the show and leaving to see, like not even waiting till intermission.
It is a musical adaptation of Sweet Bird of Youth.
What is that?
Which is like a Tennessee Williams play.
That's what that is?
Yes.
Oh my god.
And it's about a fading actress.
Oh, so it's this movie.
It's like a commentary on it, but it also basically implies that Madeline Ashton took this role, and then the song that she sang was her being like, "It's all about me.
Yeah,
it's me." It's
like really great, and like when she's coming down the stairs and stuff, like stairs again.
Yeah.
What is it? A motif in the movie.
There's a lot of stairs.
Yeah.
A lot of stairs and a lot of mirrors.
Oh my god. They're all like going down the stairs often. Is that like supposed to be like they're like going into like purgatory?
No. I think stairs are a theme that happened in this movie. I don't think it's representative of going down into purgatory. Valentina, you do not know religion.
I really don't.
Going down into purgatory.
I don't know religion. Okay, never mind. I might cut that out to not show how stupid I am.
No, I kind of love it. I almost demand you keep that in because it was very funny.
I was like having like this genius realization in my brain, and you're like, nope.
Yeah.
But no, what I was going to say about that number is that it's like it reminded me of like the Marilyn Monroe number in Gentlemen Prefer Blondes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Where it's like me, and like all the men are dancing around her and stuff. And then like we see Marilyn Monroe at the party at Isabella Rossellini's house.
Yeah.
And her hair is platinum blonde like Marilyn Monroe.
Everyone, every single celebrity that appears in that
is white.
Party is white, but is also wearing their most iconic costume.
Yes.
Marilyn is fully in her Gentlemen Prefer Blonde outfit, just at a random party.
But also, I love that they're little nicknames for each other. Like, Mad and Hell. Like, come on.
Mad! When they first see each other, they say, Mad! Hell! Yeah. What children would be allowed to call each other Mad and Hell?
No, they started those nicknames, like, in high school.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
I feel like these characters, even though their cartoons are so clearly drawn, that you can just very easily spin out all these details of their life, just because it's so clear who these women are to each other.
Yeah.
I do not ever want to see a prequel to this movie. I don't want to see... No. I do not want to see Madeline or Helen in their college years Hollywood.
No,
don't do it.
Know everything we need to know about them. If anything, I would want, like, a sequel.
If you're gonna keep, like, the premise of the beauty forever... maybe that can be done into something else interesting, but don't leave it. Leave this one.
They could be like what are the Muppets characters that are the two critics?
Oh my god.
They could be that.
They could be, oh god, what are their names? Statler and Waldorf. Okay. At the Oscars this coming year. You can be dumb. I would like to see Goldie Hawn and Meryl Streep as Madeline Ashton and Helen Sharp.
Next year would be like a 30-year anniversary, right? Oh, yeah, no. Do it. No, it would be 2022.
2 years. Do it.
That'd be so good. Oh my god, Mark, if we were to produce the Oscars, do you know how great it would be?
God, we're so talented.
It would be like so amazing for specifically us and like a few of our friends.
Yeah, it'd be so great for us. And then everyone else would be like, what is happening? Yeah. Why are Brandy and Monica here dressed as... Why does Brandy have a hole in her chest? And why'd she agree to this? But would you like to learn some interesting facts about this movie?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
There was a fourth person in this movie.
What?
Who was like a major character. And you will never guess who this person is.
Wait, can I guess?
Yeah, guess. It's a woman.
It's a woman? Like the same age as Meryl Streep to Goldie Hawn?
Yes, Meryl Streep. I think around.
Around. Same age as Meryl Streep. What type of work was she known for?
Comedy.
Was it like Lily Tomlin?
No.
Is that kind of like on the same...
Kind of. It's Tracy Ullman.
Oh! Okay, Meryl Streep and Tracy Ullman. They're like best friends.
Great friends. Yeah. Tracy Ullman was a bartender that like Bruce Willis befriends over the course of the movie. And then at the end of the movie, when he leaves the party, the original ending was supposed to be he goes to her at the bar, they fake his running away or his death.
Uh-huh. And
she convinces Mad and Hell that he's dead. And so they leave and like start their life together, kind of, we're going to stick together and try and keep ourselves from completely decaying and falling apart.
Mm-hmm.
And then the ending of this movie is still 37 years later. But now, Madeline Ashton and Helen Sharp are like, there's like, I think it's supposed to be like a montage where it's like them all over the world going on vacations and looking gorgeous and still looking young, but hating each other and being monsters to each other.
Okay.
And then it ends with them at like a ski resort in like the Alps, and they see this like old married couple, and they like make fun of this married couple for being old and ugly and being happy, and then you realize that the married couple is Bruce Willis and Tracy Ullman because Bruce Willis still has a young hand.
Oh my god. Okay. I would have liked to see that ending.
Yes.
But how in the world would you have put, like, a confidant character for Bruce Willis in this movie?
I guess, like, every time he, like, leaves something, he would have gone to that bar.
That would have felt, like, very forced.
Yeah. And they, like, she's completely cut out of this.
Yeah.
Except for in the trailer for this movie and in one promotional shot.
Oh, so they, like, shot all that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
it was, like,
wow.
shot and edited. And she, like, there's, like, the promotional shot is her and Bruce Willis at the bar with the potion.
Oh my god. I like that he doesn't have a confidant, though, because it, like, just drives him more insane.
Yeah.
Like, his solitude with this secret, like, drives him more mad.
I don't even dislike that initial ending. I think that, like, this ending is so much more campier and fun.
Yeah.
But that ending is also very interesting. And also, the Bruce Willis was supposed to be Kevin Kline. But he asked for too much money.
Oh,
so they got Bruce Willis.
Okay.
I think Bruce Willis did a great job in this movie. I think Kevin Kline would have maybe done a better job.
Yeah, I was going to say Kevin Kline would have been great. Have you seen No Strings Attached?
No.
That's the one with Ashton Kutcher and Natalie Portman. Kevin Kline plays Ashton Kutcher's dad in that movie, who's like a washed up actor and like
that makes sense.
Steals Ashton Kutcher's girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
weird. That's weird.
It's very weird. But like Kevin Kline is definitely like bringing a type of energy to that role in No Strings Attached that I would have loved to see in this.
Yeah. Valentina, do you want to do a Grin Media Res?
Oh, yeah. Let's do it.
If it makes you happy,
then let's talk about it. This is Grin Media Res. This is our segment where we discuss something that made us smile in the course of this movie.
Yeah, just what made you smile the most, where you had like the biggest grin on your face.
So the thing that made me smile the most this episode was absolutely Helen Sharp sneaking around. I don't know why on this watch that was the thing that really stuck out to me, but it's just so, it is truly like Dora the Explorer, Swiper the Fox, like sneak around out in the open in a fabulous, insane outfit, and just and almost getting hit by a car, but then just like rolls over a little bit and perfectly misses it. It's like,
oh my god.
It made me smile so much because it's just so dumb.
Yeah, it's a great gag.
And she looks so good while doing it.
Well, because that outfit, that leather outfit is like skin tight.
And would make so much noise.
Yeah.
Would make so much
noise. And she's
noise.
fully in like 4-inch heels.
Yes, 4-inch heels and out in the open with full lights on. Not even really that dark out.
Yeah.
So, Valentina, what is your Grin Media Res?
I think my Grin Media Res is Goldie Hawn's mirror when she's like on the phone with Ernest and like plotting and stuff. Like, or no, it's not when she's on the phone. She's like putting on lipstick or something.
She's putting on lipstick and practicing the line she's gonna say when she runs in and meets Bruce and like sees Bruce Willis in the house.
The camera pulls out to reveal like a movie poster, like where it's Madeline Ashton and Michael Caine. Yes, I did see who else was on that poster, and then like a bunch of other like pictures and like printouts and stuff and like of her plan, and then later. No, that's when she's on the phone. When she's on the phone, she has a T-shirt that says "Just to do it," and it's like it's like a white T-shirt that says "Just do it," and it's like just so perfect. Like she's just like, "Just do it, Ernest. Like stick to the plan, Ernest." I love that both of our Grin Media Res moments were from Goldie Hawn.
We're Goldie Hawn, yeah. Sorry, Meryl Streep. Try harder.
I will say, like, finding my moment for Grin Media Res was a little difficult because there were, like, huge chunks of the movie where I was not writing notes down because I was just, like, watching so intently.
Valentina, would you recommend this movie to someone you hadn't seen?
Absolutely. This movie is fantastic. I would recommend it for truly anybody who likes laughing and enjoying themselves.
If you enjoy laughter, fun, and Meryl Streep and Goldie Hawn, watch this movie.
It's like one of those trailer cliches, but like this movie has something for everyone.
Yes.
Bruce Willis is an excellent straight man in this movie. Like,
yeah.
Goldie Hawn and Meryl Streep are doing some of the best comedic acting that they've ever done. This has incredible visual effects that do hold up. There's the occasional moment where, like, you see something just that is very clearly CGI or something, but, like... Yeah, but it's still, like, was a huge, like, milestone in visual effects for its time, and still looks amazing almost 30 years later.
It won the Oscar?
Yeah.
I obviously recommend this movie. I love this movie. It's something I watch every couple of years since I first seen it, and every time it is a joy to watch, and makes me happy.
Yeah.
Okay, can I say this one clear thing?
Yes.
Do you remember where you parked the car?
Please like this. Please like this. Please like this.